Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Thermomixing Adventures. My name is Lisa Keegan, and today we're making something special in the Thermomix. We're going to make a chocolate sauce out of really pantry ingredients to gift away at Christmas time, or maybe if you want, you can actually just put it in the fridge and use it in the meantime. Perfect on ice cream, on fruit, if you want to do like a dip for your strawberries or your raspberries or mandarin or whatever. I don't know, mandarin and chocolate, I don't know. Anywho, lots of different things you can use this for, even things like making thick shakes and milkshakes. Certainly with the leftover residue in this bowl, do not waste it when you tip this out into your sterilized jar. Instead, put some milk into there, some ice, and you're good to go with a milkshake. Good afternoon, Chris. Lovely to have you on today. Hang on, Facebook has put something in front of me. Hello, Lynn. Lovely to have you on as well. So I'm excited to show you this today. I'm going to show you some shortcuts as well to make this a little faster. And I also want to fill you in on some info, some important info today as well. So come along with me. I've got it on recently cooked just because that's where I was when I was setting up before. Let's restart it. Did you guys all know that your machine, your TM6 holds a memory of everything you've cooked previously? So if you'd looked closely, then you would have seen all this week's menu that we've cooked so far on there waiting for us to go back and pick up where we left off, or start again, or cook again, or put it in a planner. So there's lots of different ways that you can use that. I love it for the fact that it stores it so it's searchable later. So if I'm not on my Wi-Fi and the Wi-Fi's down, I can search into Cookie Do. It'll say no connection, but it'll still come up with results that I've used in the past. So it's pretty awesome like that. Hello, Suzanne. Lovely to have you on. All the way from the Netherlands. That is cool. So this is so easy. Okay, can't wait to show you. Let's go start cooking. Now, first things first is sugar. Now, no syrup is complete without sugar. Now, I'm going to gift this away. I would be so sick if I ate this because it's got the raw sugar in it, but I'll be gifting it away. So I'm not worried about the fact that I'm using good old ordinary raw sugar, okay? You could use brown sugar. You could use caster sugar. Please don't go out and, buy particular if you don't have one or the other. Like if you just go use whatever. Even you could use icing sugar, okay? Because the first step is actually going to be to mill this down. Okay, we're going to mill this down first. By the way, we're making a fair bit. I don't know how much exactly, but it's a fair portion. Let's just go to close enough. There we go. Now, the next thing says vanilla beans. Now, you guys know we're on the home stretch. Actually, we're due home. The next live video on next week, I'll be home in my kitchen in Mount Cotton. Okay, so we're nearly home. But you guys know, been on the road, I don't have a vanilla bean. Okay, and I bet you some of you guys don't either. That's okay. Hubby bought on the shopping list vanilla. Okay, we got our online order when we got in here on the Sunshine Coast earlier in the week, and he put vanilla on it. So you know what, work with what you've got. Don't feel like you've got to go out and source a vanilla bean at, like, I don't know, sell your kidney to do so. Just use what you've got. But hang on, put a pause on that. I nearly stuffed that up. We need to mill this down so that it dissolves faster. So the next step before I add liquid to it is let's turn this into icing sugar. So normally if you followed theirs, it's got a vanilla bean cut up into it. It's got the sugar, and you're going to mill it for 25 seconds. We don't need 25 seconds. We just need 10 seconds. So there's my 10 seconds, okay? Because all we need to do here is actually make icing sugar. Hello, Vicky. Lovely to have you on from the UK. Would I use normal sugar, Carissa, if I was making it for myself? Or I would actually probably use monk fruit. I wouldn't make a massive batch like this because that would cost way too much in monk fruit sweetening. The cost of that's quite large. So I would probably just make a smaller batch so that it was just for me. And then, yeah, it's not something I would eat very often anyway. It's not something we don't have a chocolate syrup in the fridge. It's just not the way we eat. So, yeah. All right, so we made icing sugar. How wow is that? I love that. That does not get old. Year after year of this Thermomix consulting business, that is just such a win. Scrape down the sides with a spatula. Never mind that. Let's just give it a tap down. Oh, I can taste it in my mouth as I breathe. Now, it says 250 grams of water. I'm making a bit of a shortcut on this recipe for the time, well, mainly because I don't want you guys to be on here all day with me. It says 250 grams of water. I've actually got this out of the coffee machine, so it'll actually be probably about 80 degrees. And hopefully that'll shortcut the next step. So the next step has a cook step where we're heating this up and making it into a syrup. And I'm hoping that by heating that water a little bit, it'll speed that process up. A pinch of salt. So you probably don't need to. You can walk away in your kitchen and go do something else at this point in time. However, live video, there's another 2 steps to go. You don't want me walking away, and you don't want to be watching me for 9 minutes. Place the simmering basket instead of the measuring cup on the mixing bowl lid. If you've got a TM6, you can by all means put your splash guard on top. I'll need to dig mine out in a minute, so let's just get this started anyway. You can see it's got 9 minutes of aroma, speed 2. So it's going to start syruping this in here as well. Thank you, Melissa. You are amazing. Don't forget the vanilla, she says. Oh my goodness. Thankfully, we are covering it in cocoa powder, but thank you so much, Melissa. Thankfully, we'll be covering in cocoa powder. So if you did skip the vanilla, I reckon you'd be okay. But yeah, whoopsie daisy. Thank you so much. I'm so glad I can see the comments today. I would have completely been lost. All right, now we need a splash guard for that. Don't know where it is. I do know where the simmering basket is though. Oh, there we go. There we go. Simmering basket on top. So that's just stopping the splashing out onto your bench and potentially burning you if you were close by as well. Hello, Marie. Lovely to have you on this afternoon. So obviously if you're at home, you can set, forget, walk away, go put some washing on, call a friend, whatever. But all you need next is cocoa powder. So it's not a big complex recipe to finish off, and it's going to cook for another 6 minutes. So after this, it cooks a bit longer. Oh, it might be 4 minutes, and then it's done. It's jar it up and then put it in the fridge until ready to use. But what I want to touch on today while we're waiting for this next step is you guys have probably seen Thermomix have made a few changes lately, and you've probably seen comments on different pages now where you can actually go buy direct from Thermomix in Australia website, right? Which is fantastic that Thermomix have come ahead with the times, and actually, you know, how many of us don't order online these days? Let's be real. You know, we ordered our Woolworths pick up the other day and went and got it, and we did it online, and it's amazing how far we've come so quickly. What has changed though in Thermomix world that I want to point out to you guys today is actually the fact that there's 2 ways you can buy a Thermomix now. You can go direct to Thermomix in Australia's website and hit the buy button, and then you can say, oh, I don't want a consultant, and that's fine. If people don't want a consultant, perfectly fine. I hope they can use their Thermomix and get the most out of it, or at least stumble across someone like me and get help with it. So you can do that, but then we don't get paid for it, right? You can actually then at checkout pick, oh, actually I'm going to buy my Thermomix, but I want to be allocated to a consultant. Now that actually means that your consultants, and I know some of you guys aren't necessarily my customers, and that's okay. I want you guys to pass this message far and wide, okay? So when you see on a page that someone says, just jump on the website and buy direct, I want you to tell them that the consultants are actually not paid the same as they used to be. All right, once upon a time, we would get, like any sale, it would be treated as a normal commission sale for us. But if they're coming through and you've paid and then you say, I want a consultant, we don't get paid the same to support you and make sure you get the very most out of it. Now, it's fine, you know, we're doing our normal business for people like me. I've been around long enough. I love turning up for you guys. I'm doing it for a bigger picture beyond, you know, selling a Thermomix, so to speak. And you'll notice that I'm never, ever on the push to buy a Thermomix. You'll never find me at a demo convincing anybody or chasing people down to buy a Thermomix. It's literally, here's the info. This is how it works. This is how it might help you. Let me know when you're ready. I've always had that approach. So my favor to you guys is pass that message out. When you see someone jumping on and going, just jump on the website, don't do that. Go to Google if you have to. If they don't have, you know, my details, or maybe they're saying, hey, I want a local consultant. Tell them to jump on Google or Google their most closest consultant and purchase through them, because we will give you our buy link, which means we are remunerated correctly for it, to support you, to be there on a Sunday afternoon when you message us and say, hey, Lisa, I can't get my cookie dough to connect. What's going on? Or, hey, Lisa, I've just flopped at my salad. How do I fix this? Or, hey, Lisa, I saw that recipe last week. Where is it? I can't find it. Okay, and I do that 24/7, you know, except when I'm asleep. You guys are welcome to contact me. I love hearing from you, but that's, you know, that's what that support, and that's what we get paid for. So please do be our voice. Please, if you know, I know some of you guys aren't my customers necessarily, but if you've got a consultant you are supporting, please be their voice as well, because we exist, and I think I touched on this in my newsletter recently. We exist because because you support us and back us, and then we can support you back. So yeah, just a little, if you've seen what's the little conversations going on out there, that's what it's about. That's what we're subtly trying to suggest, or even like today, let's just put it out on the table. That's what's happening in the background. So yeah, if you wouldn't mind sharing the Thermomix love with friends and family, but telling them, don't go to the Thermomix Australia website, find a local consultant or give them my details, you know, but there are amazing consultants out there as well who certainly support you to get the most out of your Thermomix. So I haven't been able to look at the little chat box over there, but that's my little please FYI to you guys, especially as we're coming into Christmas. You know, you are literally, when you buy through a consultant and you send your friends to buy through a consultant, you are literally supporting a family. You are supporting them to do Christmas gifts and, you know, go on holidays and the you know, kids sports and clothes and all that jazz. So that's what it actually means to your consultant. That is, you know, the bones of our business. So there we go. We've got 3 minutes to go. It is boiling. It was already partially warm. So I don't know how much longer now to give it because it was a little bit warm. I probably could call it a little quits early, but we are trying to thicken it up. Okay, so we are trying to make it go syrupy. So yes, hey Carissa, it's okay that they've gone that way. I completely understand why they have, but the problem being I think customers don't necessarily understand when they buy that way that we're not paid the same, that it doesn't, they're not going to get, you know, the amazing support and stuff. We will still support them, no doubt. Like, I will still do the workshops and the one-on-ones and the phone calls, and they'll be invited to everything. But it's just different, you know, so it'd be fantastic if we can just pass that message. So, you know, as I said, everybody now does things online. The more online, I think sometimes people, it's more convenient, right? So yes, and the option is there at the checkout. If they were there before they actually do the checkout, they can say I've got a consultant. But as a lot of you guys have noticed, even on Mix Shop Shopping, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but it's actually above the checkout button. It says add your consultant here, and it's actually, it's not very obvious. I mean, it's not there, but if you're going, woohoo, I want to buy my blade cover and I want to buy this and I want to buy that, you go check out and you just don't see it, and it's not till you're done. And you guys, some of you guys have sent me emails before and said, hey, I've just bought something, but I don't remember putting your name in, because it's so easy to skip it over. And once you skip it and you hit the checkout, then it's gone. Like, and yeah, there we go. So that's the little inside working of our Thermomix world at the moment. But I'm so grateful that I have you guys. I'm so grateful that I can show up for you guys, and that you guys share the Thermomix love with those around you, because this is the answer to a lot of homes. Their problems, the stress in the home, and in, you know, creating good food fast and easily and hands-free, or creating Christmas gifts without it costing you, you know, bucket loads of money. You can do stuff that people can actually utilize and use. I was only talking to one of the other consultants in my team today about the beautiful gourmet crackers I did the other day, and how amazing they were, and how perfect that would be as your cracker for your Christmas lunch, but also to slice it up, make sure it's well dried, and bag it up as a Christmas gift. Like, just beautiful. So that's the other thing, you know, the Thermomix, if you want it to, can be a real cost saver in your home. All right, I am going to cut this short with 1:14 to go, because I reckon that heating up I did was enough at the beginning. Okay, now just watch your steam, because it is going to be hot. Always flip your lid up. Put that on to step it aside. It is boiling in there. It looks quite golden and syrupy. Now click on next. Let me see if I can show you guys. I'll just unhook my camera. Excuse the arm. I'm super excited, guys, about being in my kitchen where I don't have to set up every day the cameras. See that in there? Look at that. That's it. And you can see it's boiling still in there. Look at it. Yum. All right, 100 grams of cocoa powder. By the way, I reckon you could make this mocha flavored if you want as well. So I reckon you could tweak this and make it your own flavorings really quite easily. Okay, a couple of tablespoons of, well, actually I would just probably put 1 tablespoon in of your instant coffee, and you've got a mocha flavor in there as well. I don't know if that'd be as nice on strawberries though. Might be still nice as a milkshake, but maybe not on strawberries. All right, so let's put that in. Here we go. In this goes. In that goes, a little bit more. There we go, that'll do. And now, place the simmering basket on top, and we are nearly done. And this smells like caramel chocolate, really, is what it smells like. 4 minutes for aroma speed 2, and we will be done. So I'd love to know in the chat, I can see here, Marie said, chocolate sauce for Bailey's Irish cream for Christmas. Yum. So Bailey's is going to be one of the videos I do for you this year. I can't wait to show you that. I think it's been a couple of years since I've done the Bailey's. It will be back. I'm hoping it'll be back. I can show you it once we get Cookie Dough 3.0 on the screen of the Thermomix, because then I can take the one that I've made years ago, which was fantastic, and I could make it Did I make it dairy free? I think I made it dairy free and all that jazz, and with the monk fruit sweetener, and I can put it on the screen so it's cooked guided step by step by step. So that is super exciting. So I can't wait for that 3.0. I think end of November is now the date that will roll out. But you'll just love, I can guarantee it now, if you take any of the recipes from the recipe community and you're currently doing them, you know, printing them out and doing them, to be able to have them guided in your Thermomix, next level. It's so good. I can hear this boiling away. I can smell it. It smells phenomenal. So I'm going to jar it up. Now, I'll put a little link in the chat over the next few days about jars. So it is handy at this time of year to go to somewhere like Kmart and get your 300ml jars, or your 150 if you want smaller jars. IKEA used to sell 100ml swing top jars, bottles you'd call them, wouldn't you? They're perfect for this sort of stuff. So I do prefer glass for jarring up, but you work with what you got. If you have a collection of jars like I did, I don't know if I still do, I can't remember, it's been a long time since I've been in my kitchen, they're perfect to be able to do the decanting into, so the chutney and those sorts of things that can go in there ready to go. And even things like the coffee syrup from the other week, a couple of weeks ago with that coffee syrup. This is smelling amazing, guys. I feel like it reminds me of McDonald's chocolate sauce is what I can smell. So has been a very long time since I've ever had that, but there you go. All right, well, I might love you and leave you with 2 minutes to go because I need to actually dig out a jar. I think there's one up here that I can put this in and let it cool. I will take some photos of the texture and things because that's the tricky thing with syrups, right, is it needs to thicken. If it's not thickened, then it's not going to stick to your strawberries. It's, you know, those sorts of things. And I am going to make myself a milkshake because I'm the only one. Oh no, I've got Toby here, but I'm kind of nearly the only one here today. He won't mind. They've gone all bike riding again this afternoon up at the track, so that's pretty cool. But I'm here to help you get the most out of your Thermomix, okay? So don't be a stranger. Feel free to reach out, message, email, text, business manager text. I don't know how that works, but it comes through. However, you know, I can support you. That's what I'm here for. If you've ever got questions about recipes, by all means, don't ever hesitate. And of course, if you'd like a demonstration. So always happy to jump online. Takes about half an hour to show 2 of your friends the Thermomix. You might do that to show them because they're interested. Maybe you just want a host reward. Maybe they're curious. Doesn't really, you know, I don't mind. So that is always an option as well. More than happy for that at any given time. But otherwise, guys, take care. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Can you believe it's Friday? This week has just completely disappeared. So, but I will see you tomorrow for some more cooking. I think we're finishing off with something yummy for dinner tomorrow night. And then Monday, I'll be back in my kitchen, my pink pantry. So I can't wait to see you then. Actually, it's red. But take care. Have a fantastic day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now, guys.